And was it your understanding that Officer Hermosillo was trying to put you in a position where you would testify in order that you wouldn't be as vulnerable to attack by the defense counsel?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
Overruled.
Was it your understanding as part of that meeting that what you were attempting to do was to get your story straight when you had to testify in a trial of this case?
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative misstates the evidence or
Overruled.
testimony.
It's overruled.
Is it your understanding that what Officer Kiakamanu of the Rexburg Police Department, Officer Hermosillo of the Rexburg Police Department, and your lawyer and you were trying to get your story straight about all the inconsistent statements you made to various police
Objection, Your
agencies?
Honor, argumentative.
Sustained.
Move to strike.
As sustained, I strike the question.
Officer Hermosillo was trying to make your testimony more credible. Is that right?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered.
Sustained.
And Officer Hermosillo talked about minimizing the impact of defense counsel in your questioning, correct?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered.
Sustained.
And the purpose of that meeting was just so that you would be able to get your story straight, was it not, ma'am?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered. Argumentative.
Sustained.
What do you understand the purpose of Officer Hermosillo telling you that he was trying to make you credible in front of a jury?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered.
That was not asked, Judge.
It's overruled. You can answer the question, ma'am.
My understanding was that there was some inconsistencies and he wanted to clarify them to, just like he said, to be ahead of what you're doing right now.
And the discussion was directly to you that we were trying to get ahead of the defense counsel so that we were prepared for the potential attack on all of the inconsistent statements that you have made. Is that right?
Objection, Your Honor. This is argumentative.
Sustained.
Move to strike.
Strike that question.
So getting ahead of the curve, what do you mean by getting ahead of the curve?
I didn't say ahead of the curve.
What do you recall Officer Hermosillo saying, getting ahead of what?
Objection, Your Honor. These have been asked and answered.
Overruled.
If you don't remember, Judge, we can refresh your recollection once again.
I'd prefer you just continue on with cross, Mr. Pryor.
And you believe that as part of that preparation, he was discussing with you how we can, you folks, you, your lawyer, Officer Kiakamanu and Officer Hermosillo, can frame your testimony in a way that resolves some of the.
Objection, Your Honor. This is argumentative and it's misstating the testimony. And it's been
Sustained.
asked and answered.
It's sustained.
Judge, I want the witness to go back and have to review the,
Well, there hasn't been any response, Mr. Pryor, that she doesn't recall. It's just been some sustained objections in the way you're framing the
Okay.
questions. So just
Right.
ask additional questions and then we'll see if she needs to be refreshed or not.
do you specifically recall what Officer Hermosillo referenced when he said he was trying to get you ahead of something?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said that he was trying to get ahead of what you're doing right now.
So in other words, he was aiding you in resolving different statements you may have made in the past.
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative and mischaracterizes the testimony.
Sustained.
Move to strike as well.
It is
What-
stricken.
And what did you understand when Officer Hermosillo was trying to get us ahead of something? What exactly was he trying to get ahead of for your benefit?
Objection, Your Honor. This has been asked and answered multiple times.
Sustained.
Isn't it true, ma'am, that the purpose of your meeting with Officer Hermosillo was to mold your testimony in a certain way today?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered misstates the testimony.
Overruled.
Isn't it true that the
Oh,
purpose?
Mr. Pryor,
I'm sorry,
there was a
Judge.
question posed she didn't answer yet. Let's see if she answers the question, please.
No, it was not to mold it.
Okay. What do you believe the purpose was?
Objection, Your Honor. This has been asked and answered multiple times.
Sustained. It's sustained, Mr. Pryor, and we're not gonna keep going down the same path of asked and answered. So you either need to change topics or we need to move on one way or another.
And would you agree with Officer Hermosillo that in the past, in talking with police officers and law enforcement agencies, that you have had an occasion to tell inconsistent stories about the circumstances regarding this case?
Objection, Your Honor. This is argumentative and it mischaracterizes the testimony.
Overruled.
During that meeting, we were talking about something that I had said that I have no recollection of. There are plenty of times during of that day, that evening and the following days that I have no recollection of.
Do you have a recollection of Officer Hermosillo mentioning to you that you've given inconsistent statements in the past?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right.